I tell you what, guys, I don't know if I can be surprised by much else working on these cars right now. This is insane. Alright guys, it is the next day and I am back over at the shop with the car. I got the car up on jack stands. The next thing that I'm going to do is take down the exhaust and fix that exhaust leak. I found it real quick. You can feel the exhaust hitting you in the hand, so it's no wonder it sounds terrible. But it's just missing the gasket. Like a good sounding car with an exhaust leak will sound like absolute garbage. That's the plan for this right after I do a little editing. And then I gotta hook up, I bought a code reader. So I'm gonna hook up the code reader and find out what destruction that I caused on it after we slid it around last night. There's a decent chance, honestly, it has to do with the O2 sensor because of the exhaust leak. Anyway, to the editing. All right, guys, now that the editing is done, let's go down and take a look at this exhaust leak real quick. All right, guys. So right here is where the leak is. There are two separate gaskets. I bought two just in case we have to do this one too. We'll find out here in just a minute. Help me right. There it went. I knew that was gonna freaking happen. That was an unhappy bolt. Looks like we're going to the hardware store. Which, by the way, is not a bad idea. Rather than put back on a crusty old bolt, might as well just spend a couple bucks and get yourself a brand new nice bolt to put back on. Thankfully, we have an Ace Hardware that's right down the street. It's a good thing I got two. That one's missing. That one is spanked. So now I just gotta run to the store and get another bolt since that one just snapped. M10 by 1.25. Now the hard part, finding it. Let's go. Just got back from Ace, gonna throw these bolts on and these two new gaskets. Alright, that went pretty easily. Now let's fire it up and see if it sounds any better. Now that is more like it. 2Js sound good, but not when they got a big old hole in the exhaust system. So $16 and we're sounding good again. Totally worth it. Even though we're gonna be chopping that exhaust off and replacing it somewhat soon, I don't want it to sound like hot garbage every time we drive it until then. So, all right, now let's see about this code that we're throwing. Better read the directions this time, guys. All that trouble last night had nothing to do with the O2 sensor, had nothing to do with the fact that we just beat the crap out of it. It's just that stupid broken speed sensor, which I've been driving around with this whole time. Whatever. And I thought we messed something up. Obviously, I haven't used a ton of these before, or I wouldn't have had to read the directions. But I'd have to say the Harbor Freight ZR11, not a bad little computer. think we got a blown head gasket, and that's all coming out of like this coolant overflow tank that's right here. I don't know. Well, after further inspection, it's abundantly clear what the issue is. Previous owner, when he did the motor swap to the motor that did not have a blown head gasket, he must have reused the intake manifold gasket, and it must not have been in good shape, because it is leaking literally the entire way down the intake manifold where it connects to the head. But I guess we know what the next project is, because we're certainly not going to go anywhere with a issue like that. Project car, what are you gonna do? All right, guys, it is the very next day. Went to the Toyota dealership and ordered the intake manifold gasket for the 2J. For today, I haven't been able to drive my 240 since we made that second video because the tires are spanked. So I'm gonna get the tires off of this thing, take them over and get a new set put on, and then try and get an alignment either this afternoon or probably tomorrow. So first things first, get the tires off the car. So I was just about to take the front wheel off this thing and look underneath, and a little puddle catches my eye. So I open the hood. I think something with the power steering system. Get down underneath. All right, there you can see it, right there. But it's directly below the power steering pump, basically. Hopefully it has to do with that. Guess after we get the tires back on it, we'll start it up, kind of turn the wheel, make the pump work, and see if there's anything that comes out of the power steering pump. It's always something. Now, if this thing's broken, we got nothing to drift till we get them both fixed, which is a little discouraging, but it's part of the motorsport, I guess. I tell you what, guys, I don't know if I can be surprised by much else working on these cars right now. This is insane. Last year I had some work done to this thing. We rebuilt the turbo, put an external wastegate on it, so did the manifold and stuff. I had it at a shop here in Fort Myers, and I am not going to badmouth this shop, but I am frustrated. There was some issues after I got it back from them. Every bolt had to be tightened down that they touched. It was like they put them all on and hand tight. Then we got it up to the dyno, and turns out they left it outside with a bunch of the plumbing disconnected, so it filled the intercooler up with water, and we thought that we blown a head gasket because it was blowing water out of the exhaust pipe and running awful. And we got everything fixed up, and I've been driving it now for months. I've worked on this thing a number of times, and from the top everything's good, but look right here, because I just got up underneath here looking at what this leak could be. I swear to y'all, I did not put this here. I just found this tucked right up here underneath my turbo. But this makes me a little bit sick. I'm never going back to that shop again. And like I said, I'm not going to say who it is. I would like to kind of warn people, but at the same time, I know they've done really good work too, and so maybe this is just a fluke. But wow. It's a Mac tool. So I'm definitely keeping this. Unbelievable.
Wheel it by the right
well,
there.
Wherever. Just push it over there.
So Daddy can put it up on the truck. You can be a big helper.
Well, I was gonna see, can you put it on the truck for me?
Okay.
Okay. Come on, you're a strong boy.
Use your muscles.
I got it. It's so heavy.
Do you need Dad to help?
Yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right. Good job. Watch your fingers. Nice.
I did it.
High five. Nice.
Dirty hand high five.
Show Mom. The tires are off and in the back, and got my little buddy coming with me. We're gonna go get these tires swapped out at the Tuffy Tire and Auto here in town. wheels are on the car. It looks like a monster truck with those 225 by 55, so they're like seriously monster trucking. They're decent tires and they got some tread left on them, and we're gonna burn them up anyway. So that's pretty much it. We got a lot done. We've got the exhaust leak fixed on the IS300. Figured out what we've got to do, and I got the parts ordered to fix that intake manifold. And we got the tires changed on this thing. So a lot of little things done that need to happen so that we can get back to doing some more drifting. We got a audio install that we want to do on the 240 coming up, and there's kind of a twist to that, so stay tuned. It's not going to be just a how-to install. No, we're going to have a little fun with it, so stay tuned for that video. A lot of big things coming, so stick around. As always, like, comment, subscribe, share the channel with your friends. Not a lot of people know about us yet, so everyone that you tell helps us out greatly, and we really appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next video. Have a good night, guys.